What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. In this particular video, I will be reviewing Black Ink Cruise, Season 1, Episode 1. Season 6, Episode 1. Woo! Trying to do review at 1 in the morning. We did this earlier, y'all, but my Windows, I ain't got no Apple, no Macintosh over here. Okay, Mac, they had a update and it took a couple hours, whatever, to do. So I just finished watching that. Okay, and so shout out to my YouTube fam, but let's get into it. We have a lot going on. Sees this is life, as he says. You get the little introduction, and first I was kind of wondering, like, well, are they going to incorporate, the Atlanta, shop? And which they are. I first thought the way they were probably having it that they're going to make it a separate show, but apparently they're not. Okay. So he, sees is basically on, since I've been distressed for 5 long years. I mean, I guess if you're not excluding the fact that he cheated on Duchess, at least we knew one time on camera, and she spent 5 hours on the iPad recording the girl that he raw dog, whatever, a couple seasons ago. So y'all remember that, don't y'all? And there was question about Duchess with other dudes, okay? So, yeah. But he's like, he, is one of those people, once you've been in a relationship, whether it's bad because it was toxic or whatever the case is, you have some people who either are going to, you be by themselves, get themselves together, or kind of close their help and stone their heart, or somebody may close their heart, but, still the pants come down and let in, and still the legs might open, you know what I mean? So, he's doing that type. Or some people, they might be fortunate to find the right person, and either it goes well, or either they carry their bitterness to the next person, So, in an option other, okay? So, in his case, he's living it up. We see, Sky, she's looking like, she's got, welcome to my home, my rich, my lavish home. She's got come out lavish. She's making blueberry muffins to every darn thing. She's like, "Hi everyone, welcome to my house." But I do get, I get bang more for buck. And look at this stuff. Look at me. I am pretty. I'm pretty. It's pretty much what she's giving us, okay? And we look. And we see C's, he's staying there, and one of his, they got in the corner now. They don't, ain't saying thoughts, but they're like, C's one is Curve Police and the girl Persuasion. I only watched like only half of a season and reviewed a couple. It was one of the seasons of Bad Girls Club, and she's one of them. This girl named Persuasion and whatever. Okay, he later with her, and I think I don't know if she was still there, but Sky has talked with him, and she basically like this, like, bro, like, because Sky's even ready to settle down and get married, wife up or whatever, or at least be in a committed relationship, whatever. She's ready to do that. She was somehow trying to do that with Teddy somewhat or whatever, even though she said they can buck females together, whatever. She was at least on her terms. But now she's like, she want to just settle down. She's like, look at this house, like, I get more bang for my buck down here. And yeah, it is true, because my family comes from the South, whatever, and you get big ass houses, and they're mad cheaper down there than, other places. Even here, like, especially in New York. New York, and I heard California, majority of California is also expensive as well, one of those sensitive states. So, yeah. So, she's having, like, a kind of a big mom, big sister type of conversation with, like, man, you gotta be focused. Are you sure you can be a whole, basically, you got every night another female, another female, another female. Shoot, that's a lot of balance. He's gotta have it. Okay, so, but you better be careful. Condom can only protect so damn much and shit. Whatever. But he's just like, I can handle blah blah blah. So, they supposed to be doing real good in the ATL shop. I'm not gonna go do everything, and let's see if I can. But we don't see, at least in this episode, like who are the tattoo artists, whatever. The only work we see is Donna, and we'll get to that in a second, okay? So I'm just going to as far as like ATL, like everything's fun to see. It's like, he's past Duchess, whatever. He'd rather be hopeless considering like what Duchess put through. It turns out that Duchess wasn't able to get half of the company, so he basically like, bye bitch, and whatever. Then I never listened to, but I knew it was like, Instagram, whatever, woo the gospel sites. She made a diss track. And I first thought I was going to play it, so Scott's like, I ain't about to give it no promo. But she decides to interpretation. She's talking to C's, and in the confessionals, She takes her wig off and she puts on a mop head and just starts her interpretations like, I'm mad. I'm mad. This is pretty ink, whatever. I'm mad. And you a hater. And you mad. I don't know. I just was just laughing. Like, Sky was really, majority of the time, able to entertain me until we see like a sad moment towards the end of the episode with her, which I'll get later on. And like I said, they're having all this fun time at ATL and everything. They just like big brother, sister. He's been staying. She was like, C's was supposed to stay for 2 whole weeks, and I guess 2 whole weeks to 2 whole months. Now it's half a damn year. Based on the shopping open 6 months, and I'm gathering like he's been there quite a long minute. Okay, and he wants to have this, mansion party, whatever. Basically, ass and titties everywhere, which we'll see later on. If y'all remember that classic DJ Assault, a Detroit classic mix song, y'all remember. And I'm just saying, if y'all ever see the lost episodes of Dave Chappelle, but he was still on there and he was talking about a sketch, y'all remember exactly. The Lawnmower Man. That's all I gotta say. But that is a classic, okay? So we get back to New York, the original, shops, whatever, both of them, right? And the original location, is supposed to be renovated, whatever. And they look and they still waiting. And Melody, she's the manager, whatever. But C said everything is taken care of, whatever, right? And they go in, open up the shop, whatever. And you see all this plastic wrapped up, whatever. And it still looked like where it was probably 2 weeks prior to before it was supposed to be fixed or whatever. They're like, what the hell is this? So she ended up FaceTiming C's, whatever, like, what the hell is going on? This is in between where he about to have a party. They just in and out, like I said, it seemed like a party, business, whatever. Like I said, I don't know who the tattoo artist is. All I know is that, they show, like, it's lit down there and it's real successful, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, okay, well, you figure it out because I already paid the contract and stuff, so you figure it out. And Melanie's like, this is some bull, whatever. She hangs up the phone, FaceTime phone, whatever, because she's like this. She's just Melanie's living life. She got a sick baby, a little 1-year-old, cutesy little boy, and she's just, trying to get this managing thing position, whatever, on track. But like I said, the shop just looks like they left the patrol model, just pretty much left it where it was at. I don't know if C's was trying to be funny or whatever, but yeah. So she realized she's gonna have to clean up. But Melanie started to come off as one of those people. Once they get a certain damn position, they start to feel like just because they're higher up, in some cases, or whatever, they kind of forget who they were and don't think they're required. Yeah, when you get sometimes higher position, you quote may do less work. But she's one of those people that just kind of like, ugh, oh my gosh. It's just starting. She might be appearing, and the season look like she gonna get into it with Don and all this stuff, whatever. And yeah, but she's like I said, she was just like into it. It seemed like Teddy, at least this episode, seemed to be chilled out. Like maybe he looked at the seasons and how the issues that he had, like this anger issues, especially towards women and the thought is that I don't know. He just seemed like he was chilled down. So also in the credits, now we see both Teddy and Boy. Okay, if y'all notice, old shit is pretty much going bye-bye and over with. I don't know if he's gonna make a best appearance or ever come back just to say hi, but I don't follow him on Instagram, nothing like that. And last time I actually see anything really had to do with him was when watching, my YouTube cousin Mike B, Mike B's, reviews, and Ashley Mills, and other people that also, have been reviewing the show, that's the last time I actually heard anything about him, pretty much, even on Instagram. So hopefully he getting himself together. He dealing with a lot of demons, whatever, Even though it could be a fuck up, who knows? Maybe that one time he finally fall and that big ass bump on the side that said that's throbbing and shit. He finally just said, "Ouch, this hurts. It's throbbing," and decided, and recognized it. Okay, but like I said, they about to party, and Kitty, Miss Kitty Cat, Kitty Boo Boo, meow 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 is still there. Okay. Like I said, Young Bay is still there. I forgot who the other dude. It's like they had him, but they never had any professionals. I forgot who that dude was. It turned out he likes dudes like the guy with the reptile tongue, whatever. And he's an artist, but he's, I think he's about not like a man, but he's the bisexual because he came out kind of like, kind of revealed, and Young Bay found out, like I said, when he left with a guy who had the split tongue, reptile, the split tongue thing, and all this stuff, and left with him, and he, for guys or whatever. But I could have sworn he had some dope tattoo art because I did watch a couple episodes, like he has dope tattoo, but I don't remember his name because they did not show him his name credit. They showed everybody else except him. So we got it where also they're like, what we're going to do. Melanie's like, when they went to go clean up the next day, whatever, they're there for 2 hours. Young Bay show up in, this tight, you got your sketty draft shirt, your teeth, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how much did she gonna have to wipe windows, be careful, because all she's gonna show is the back of her ass cheeks and cat, but, pretty much, okay? But Donna had some booty shorts on, blah, blah, but they still had cleanup, and then Melanie came 2 hours later. But in confession, she's like, well, they can go ahead and clean anyway, blah, 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 okay, like, whatever, like, they the staff, whatever, type of, she didn't say all that, but her demeanor started like, okay, they can go before me because basically, I'm the manager. Okay, bitch, okay. I remember when I used to work at Sam's Club, and, it was these people, if y'all ever been, like, to Sam's Club, they used to have, we at the time, I think they still have, I don't know how to pay attention to this, I think they got the blue vest now. I worked it when they had the red vest, and when people become the COSs or COSs, whatever, they're like the higher position, you get $1 couple dollars more, not that much more than a regular cashier. But, I was a cashier / door greeter, obviously, but make it long story short. When they got this position, it was always so much stress. It was some people when I first got there, because I was almost there for like 10 months or whatever. There was people there when they were in this position that were stressed out, bug out, because they gotta do damn near as much as the manager does, but they just don't get paid none as where the damn manager is. Okay, so they'll get stressed out, lying, all this other stuff, blah blah blah. And then it seemed like as soon as they leave the position, the ones that still stayed, they didn't fucking quit, go somewhere else or whatever, got sick and tired, or some were demoted and eventually left or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then they seemed to be cool. You know what I mean? It just was this tension thing. So I don't know if it's one of those things like, the position of power, stress, position of power, and it's just going to her damn head and whatever. But it's starting to, I'm personally thinking it's starting to come out that way, okay? So, anyways, she's talking, and Wanda's like, okay, talking, because she said she had to spend 2 whole hours, she got all these hours on the phone with the contractors, blah, blah, blah. Then she got a sick baby. One was like, well, I got 3 kids. And she's like, well, you're not the mom. And he's like, okay, well, don't talk to me that type of just because my position, because of, because Walt and her, not her and Teddy, her and Walt was going to get into it. And she was like, you can't come at me because, remember, it's a mother, not straight, blah, blah, blah. And I could have sworn. Then all of a sudden, everybody just running from the back. And we see, it looked like a kind of a fat mouse laying on his back, or either that had some tequila or some shit, or whatever, but he just looked drunk as hell, because, it was a Patron on the damn thing, but even it was that, the way he looked, it was kind of like, almost like Weekends at Bernie's, but, a rat edition. So they were like, hell to no with this shit. But, that's what Walt was saying in confessionals, like, she started, like, he kind of had told her, like, ever since you get a system manager position, you kind of act in a certain way, whatever, and you wanted to step up, and now when you get in the position, chaos, whatever, and act in a certain way, and that's what Walt is saying. Like, Walt, remember, had his position in the first season, and then it didn't get taken away because he was trying to get his damn fingernails manicured and couldn't get them when he was off or something. I don't know what the heck was going on. Like, bro, it's okay. It's just filed and it's clear polish. Shit. But I mean, didn't they get into it about that, whatever? Because I remember Bonnie Boo, I always... she reviewed that episode with the damn work music RuPaul. That is a classic shit. I probably need to look at that again. Just because. Okay. I'm sorry. But anyways, y'all. So, the Kitty and Teddy realized, because like I said, Cease ain't still brought his ass up there. They may have to go see him. They may have to pay a visit. We see another scene. Okay, after this, after that, Miss Kitty let them come to the leaf shop where they, you put their pinky fingers up and drink their drinks, wine like this and stuff like that, and be all professional and stuff, and be all bougie and stuff, and say all words they think they pronounce and stuff. No, they can't, but it sounds fancy and cute. So they're at that shop. Donna has a client come in. She has this big ass scar that speaks about 8 inches, on one of her ankles, and it comes up and on her calf. And then she's talking about where she got the scar. She's ready to get a cover up scar. So I'm looking like, what is Donna going to do? Because, again, we haven't been really seeing a lot of people's work. We've been more so seeing the drama than the work. Like, more episodes going on, the more we've seen less of the work. And the tattoo part is decreasing, as far as what we see. So she wants something. She turned out it was a year and a half ago. The guy she ain't with no more. That he decided to jump on a trolley or something like that or something. While it's in the airport. He was able to make it, but she broke her damn. I'm lying. But she wants to get this covered. So Donna has like this tattoo where it's like damn near this much long, as far as black, and on top of it, look like silhouettes, dark. I know it's hard for me to describe it. Silhouettes, that's supposed to show, and it is highlighted with a little color on top of look like a butterfly. That's a black butterfly, black flowers. So look like shadows. It's silhouette shadows of flowers and butterflies on top of the blackness. And she said basically supposed to rise above the blackness, whatever. And it kind of reminded her letting go when she's talking about that funky ass mark and stuff and letting go, and we should get rid of. And when they showed the tattoo, y'all, I couldn't really. It looked like maybe because her angle, they purposely did not show it that well. So all honestly, the client seemed to love it, and you see this big blackness. And then you see on top of it, look like a couple flowers and stuff like that with a little coloring on it or stuff. But I couldn't see the whole thing enough to even I tried to, pause it a couple times. And I still couldn't really be able to enjoy the tattoo. Or see if it was bad or not, or look at it sideways. But I'm just saying she gonna wear something, unless it's higher than her ankle. She had like a maxi dress or skirt on. It's gonna look like a big ass block of blackness just sitting there, it looked like she just got a tattoo, big ass square. I'm just saying based on what it is, but because she said it was going to mostly black, and the girl agreed to it, so okay. But it looked like, maybe because it was her ankle or something, that looked like a cover up or whatever. I don't know. But okay. So I can't judge it because it wasn't really nothing to judge, because they made sure they showed it for 2 seconds. 1, 2. And it's going bye-bye. So yeah. So also Sky is getting the point of her life that she wants to meet her sons. Sons now. One is about to turn 19, or oldest, I think his name's Genesis. And the youngest one is 18. We already knew before. I didn't know they were going to bring it up. And we all know past summer, her son, oldest son, that guy who, went as far, I don't know if they're going to bring it up neither, is the fact is, I know they got a tattoo by Duchess. And, I didn't know that they also did the interview in her shop as well. But actually, later on in the episode, one of the interviews they were doing with was actually a girl who used to be on one of the VH1 shows. I think it was called Gossip Time, Gossip Girls, whatever, Lipman, whatever. And I could have sworn it was Angela Lee, Girl Fox, whatever, used to be with Ebro and them, and then her ass that we haven't seen no more. And she was one of the girls who had her own website. She worked for a hospital or something like that and had 4 kids. And then, yeah, and I know she got an argument. One of them happened because one of her, I think her oldest child was transitioning, to be a transgender male. And, yeah, so there was but they only lasted for 1 season, and then they never came back. So I was like, wait a minute, ain't that blah blah blah? So it was all this stuff talking about, they were talking about they weren't, the older son and the father was she lied about her age. I think Mom over there saying that Sky lost her kids, she didn't get them adopted. He been in the system and juvenile system all these time, blah blah blah. And Sky, like I said, there's a point of her life that she now wants to see her sons, whatever, and C is gonna help her because he's happy in life. Because remember, he was gonna go before, and she changed her mind a couple of years ago, I think. And so, but like I said, here's the big night. Now, C's is having this big party, matches. They talking about it at the shop. But I think around that same time, it becomes these 2 scary ass clowns, these 2 dudes with these do masks on. I already question that as is. Then you got 3 guys in the middle with black on, and they all singing, you came from here to shop. First, it sounded kind of cool. They were in harmony, and they F you, F your shop, F fuck your couch, all this other stuff, rah, rah, rah. And it was just because we didn't know who it came from. So they have two bodyguards, which Sky had to check a little earlier because they up there having Buffalo Wild Wings, whatever, and they supposed to be security, whatever, So other than that, that's what Caesar's thinking like, because it's like you better watch your back or whatever they were saying, and that's when he was like, get them the hell out of here. And so that's why it might be possibly for Duchess, but they didn't say who it was. So, anyways, Siege has, his big hold up, because like I said, he is happy. He is like, ho, ho, ho. He is like the king of thoughts, whatever, as Teddy said, because like I said, they cleaned up they were still, cleaning up whatever. Oh, that's what I have to say. So Siege has his party, you like I said, you got ass titty everywhere, and Teddy and Miss Kitty go over there and come there, but Teddy is the one trying to even talk to Siege. Since he's like, man, even Teddy was like, usually he'd be like, oh, over, and he's like, because Teddy loved the bitches, that was her saying, but even he's trying to talk to Siege, like, bro, like, we need you up there also too, where, stuff, but, Siege just like, I'm in the moment, man, I'm trying to live the best life ever, okay? I got dick for all these bitches, basically, so he, there was another scene. Persuasion's also there, like I said, it's just asses everywhere, blah, 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 ass stitches everywhere. And all of a sudden, Carly Red, who's trying to make sure she gets appears in the show, comes in with a couple girls, right? And Caesar's like, you kind of late for the party. And, Scott and some of the other girls start laughing. More so, like, the Persuasion, I guess the other dance, whatever. I don't know. So, and, I think Carly Red said something slick about, like, they $2.50 hoes or whatever type of stuff. Just cheap ass, $3.99, special hoes, whatever. So, but that's what said Carl was talking about that. And Cease was just like, yo, why'd you come here and just start stuff we already in? But, Carly was trying to confront him that, you're trying to say that we were having sex and we had a celibate relationship. Maybe she doesn't count Tuesdays that you get dick. So, anyway, he's like, what is he talking, like, what's BS she talking about? So she mad at him. And she basically, he was like, you ain't shit type of thing, whatever, and you got always grow up. But he was like, I steadily keep getting, I mean, I guess he was about to talk about something about her box, smelling like, Long John Silver spoiled fish, whatever the fuck he was going to talk about. All of a sudden as soon as he said the word, she splashed something in his face, whatever, and then all of a sudden, here go, like I said, she's talking stuff again, because he was like, y'all come there and start some BS, her and her, little crew, whatever, But Persuasion, her about to get into it, whatever, but it's like basically throwing by some red cups and they can't get each other anyway. Whatever. I think it was on the blogs, Persuasion, that could have been a fight, but that was it. So, anyways, like I said, Teddy then kind of showed the things about, show what happened in the photos and all this stuff, how Caesar just on something else, and maybe that's why, and Teddy is thinking, like, because this shop is where he had, basically it blossomed and it burnt down, him and Dutch Raven. He's still traumatized, and probably that's why he don't want to come to the shop, whatever, okay? And he a whole different city, so he can just leave the BS behind. Now, Donna got this new guy, I don't know how long she was going to, but he brought her food and chocolates and stuff, right? To the new location in New York they got. And all of a sudden, some guy, when they're cleaning up again, because they, they were cleaning up, I think they're in the backyard part of the place. And Donna is with Teddy, Young Bae, and all this stuff. I don't know if it was Melanie was there. She wasn't there, but she was finally going to get the contracts coming to fix the place. Somebody called, whatever, right? And it's private. And she's thinking maybe I forgot who she thought, but she didn't think it was Max, because Max supposed to be there for 15 old years. And additional. So it was somebody called, but he sounded exactly like Max. Or it could have been Max, like, you come ducks a hoe, whatever he calls her, and it's threatening, like, Max is about to be out soon, or something like that, threatening him, threatening the bitch that's threatening her through the phone, whoever it was. So whether it was Max or one of his boys, whatever, they threatened her through the phone. But I don't think you get private when you do phone calls. But yeah, so now she's scared and traumatized, because he's like, that's evil. And he's like, I thought he was supposed to get 15 years. Girl, you better follow that and use this as evidence that this motherfucker or whoever's bitch ass is up here threatening you or sending threats to you, okay? Evidence. So, she said he threatened to kill her. He said one time he stepped on a black dye and she just kind of just, started crying. She kind of went into the tattoo shop and then kind of just showed like she had walked out because she got traumatized by the experience, and that's that. And that's jacked up. That's some bitch assness. Like, man, you had 2 whole babies with on Donna and whoever else, and they got the nerves and it was having phone sex with the bitch and using the money that Donna gave you to the bitch when y'all even was married, and and she married him and waited on him, even though she don't count having sex with girls as actual sex because there's no dick, I guess, involved, but it's still sex. Okay, never mind. But she still waited on him, and he's threatened her. Some of them fucking abuses, like, I can't have you to fuck over you and blah blah blah. No one can. So now he that's some bullshit. And I hope that asshole. But anyway, so we got like I said, we got this last scene I wanted to talk about real quick. Now, Cease and Sky are playing some games, whatever, and Cease gets this Caesar gets this call, like this text, whatever, and it happens to be part of the interview that I was just talking about. Like I said, I think they did a couple of them about her thing, or was it the same people? And Cease knows this from Duchess shop, but they're only just showing her oldest son, who looks like, a spinning image of her. And they show snippets enough where he's saying, like, she was never adopted, I don't want nothing for her, she never did nothing for me anyway, blah blah. You just see Sky is crying as she's just breaking down. She's scared now to want to see him, because it's like, what he's going to do. Now, I get my farmers, I don't know what his response is. Well, based on the previews, her youngest son seems to be more open arms as opposed to the first son. Like I said, he been juvenile and Go Shells has these and whatever. And unfortunately, but like I said, they didn't show the father. But like I said, the father was also there too and giving his story. Like, he couldn't find us. He tried to find us. It's sad. It's a lot of dirt mess. But I don't know if they completely reconciled. Yeah, I could have sworn they did. Hopefully they did, because I'm like, man, it was too darn short. But he was trying to say, so if she did do shit for him, and that's all I was saying snippets of it. So that's how the episode is. And so Sky is kind of sad, and that's how the episode ended. So, hugs and loves, everybody. If you want, go ahead and like this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Like what you see. But anyway, y'all, I'll see y'all in the next video, and night y'all, because after I do, I'm going to try to watch Black Ink Crew Chicago finale, and then I might as well going to bed. Yeah.